Okay. So we're heading chapter 22, business choices. So we want to talk about the benefits of owning a business. That means the benefit of being an entrepreneur. So one of the benefits of being an entrepreneur is independence. And when we talk about independence, it means you can make choices about decision making. So whatever you need to do, you don't have to wait for people before you make your decision. You have the freedom to do that. So I wrote, independence. Owners have a full control of their business and can make decisions that suit them. Because you're an entrepreneur, you are the owner of the business. So whatever decisions you want to make that suits you, you are allowed to make it. No one is going to question the authority. Do you understand the first advantage here? Having a business, as an entrepreneur, having a business means you have the freedom to choose whatever suits you. No one is going to question your decision. That's independence. 2, flexibility. Owners can choose a life balance between leisure and work. Because you are the owner of the business, no one is going to tell you the time to work and the time to play. You can decide on that. Is it an advantage or not? Is it an advantage or not?
Yes.
No? Are you here? Good. The third one, job satisfaction. What is about job satisfaction here? You'll be proud of yourself because you started from nothing to have something. You started a business. You started it. It's your own idea. You started selling, and now the business is successful. So you can be proud of what you have really bring about, what you have come up with. Do you understand job satisfaction here?
Yes.
As the owner of the business, you started the business from the scratch, and this is now the business. It's become bigger. So you can be proud of your achievement. Is it clear? Then the last one, the chance of becoming rich. As soon as the business succeeds, you become a millionaire, even billionaire. A lot of business owners are billionaires today. They started from the scratch. Look at Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa. He's a Nigerian, yeah. So he's the richest man in Africa, and I think, yeah. So he started his business, from scratch in the 80s, after finishing university, and today, it should be within the early 50s, the late 50s or 60s, I don't know. But he's the richest man. He's a businessman. So he can be proud of himself. He can be proud of his achievements. Do we get the point here? So that's about the advantages of being an entrepreneur. But there's a trade-off with it. Like I told you earlier. So if you are becoming an entrepreneur, it's a business choice that you have made. So there's always going to be a trade-off. So what are the trade-offs when you are an entrepreneur? The first one. That's why I said, however, there are trade-offs. One, owners of a business might have left a paying job to set up their own respective businesses. So because you choose to become an entrepreneur, it means you are not getting paid anymore. You will start paying people. Yes or no? So you are leaving a paying job to start paying people. So that means you are not relying on employers to pay you. So it means you have to source for your own fund. And that might be very, very difficult. When you start paying people, you know what it means? It's a very difficult situation because you have to pay them. They have to get paid. Unlike when you just have to relax and your employer pays you. Understand the pressure you put your employers when they have to pay you. Now you receive the pressure from your employees. That's a trade-off. Do you understand?
Yes.
The second one, employment may offer health insurance, holiday paper, and sick leave. Because you are an employee. If you are an employee, you get a sick leave. When you are sick, you will get paid for that. You have you have an holiday package. All these are beneficial to you. These are the benefits you enjoy. We call them fringe benefits for being part of an organization. But now, all these things you will be deprived. You won't have them anymore. And if you are sick, it's your cup of tea. Nobody cares about that. It's your business. You won't even want to get sick. Because if you do, then your shop is closed or your office is closed. Do you get the difference here? So it's a trade-off. Now you won't get sick pay, you won't get sick leave, you have to be there every now and then. Unlike when you are an employee. If you are sick, your employers will pay you for being sick. But this will not happen as soon as you become an entrepreneur. Do we get it, please? The third one. Owners may have to be available at all times unless they have reliable assistants. As the owner of the business, it means you have to be present at all times. That's one of the characteristics you need to have. You need to be punctual. And because if you're not there, who's going to be there for you? No one. Except if you have someone that is reliable. And no matter how it is, your eyes, you being there, is not going to be the same as someone being there for you. Nobody's going to love you as you do. Do you get the point here? So it is difficult for you to leave your office, to leave your shop, to leave your business. So it means you have to be present at all times. That's the trade-off. Do we understand, please? Do you understand? Yes. If owners operate as a sole trader, they have unlimited liability. As the owner of a business, if you are running it, as the owner of the business, if you are running a sole trade business, it means you have unlimited liability. What does that simply mean? It means you cannot separate your business from your own private property. So if your business is running at a debt, it can affect your private property, your assets. Do you get the point or not? As an employee, whatever happens to your business is not your problem. If the business is going down, you might as well leave the company. Yes or no? But here, because you are the entrepreneur and you are running a sole trade business, whatever happens to your business will affect your personal life. That's the trade-off. Do we get it? Any question about that? So as soon as you understand the trade-offs and you are faced with trade-offs, what can you do as a business? So you have to approach it. You don't escape it. Get the point here? In every life, we have to make choices. As soon as we are faced with such situation, we have to approach it and we have to solve the problem. So this takes us to weighing up trade-offs. We have to find which one is higher and which one is lesser. So weighing up. When businesses are faced with trade-offs, they can take the following approach. One, obtain information. When we talk about information, we're talking about gathering data. Oh, we have choice A, choice B to make. What are the advantages in choice A? What are the advantages in choice B? What are the disadvantages of choice A? What are the advantages of choice B? What are the problems about choice B? We check them. Then we choose the one that has the biggest benefit. Do we understand the point or not? When we are faced with trade-offs, the first thing we can do as a business is to obtain information. Why do we have to obtain information? Obtain information means we can check which one is beneficial and which one is having a lot of setbacks. So you now choose the one that you think is beneficial to you. Do we understand the first approach here? Do we understand or not, please? The second one, balance short term with long term. So when you're balancing short term with long term, it simply means what should we do? What are the things we need to sacrifice in the short term to enjoy the benefits in the long term? What are those things we have to sacrifice in the long term to enjoy the benefit of the short term? Do you get it or not? What I'm trying to say is, okay, if you have to make this choice, is this choice beneficial now or is going to be beneficial in the future? For example, we have to buy equipment. Buying equipment now means we are sacrificing money in the short term, but the equipment will work for us in the long term. Yes or no? So that means you're balancing the short term with the long term. There's a trade-off here. Spending on equipment, you're spending on technology. Technology will start working and it's going to be for the long term. Another example is education. So if you are investing on training your workers right now, it means they'll be able to work for you in the future. Yes or no? So you spend now to enjoy it in the future. And if you think about not spending now to spend in the future, then you make another decision. That is balancing the short term with the long term. You think about the sacrifice you have to make now for the benefit of the future, or the sacrifice you would be making in the future for the benefit of now. Do we understand trade-offs here? And the last one, we measure support. Hello? The last one, we measure support. How do we measure support? We measure support using experts. There are trade-offs. There are some people that have experience about those situations. You call them together, your employees that you think that are skilled, you call them together, you get their opinion about the situation. So what are their opinions about the situation around or available? So whatever choice, whichever one has the highest support, it's what you go for. Get the point I'm making here. We have choice A and choice B. And we have like 11 employees that are skilled, that have experience and expertise. So which one do they support, which one do they oppose? The one they support more, you could go for that. do we get gathering support or measuring support here? So which one are they supporting? The one with the highest support, you could literally go for that.